So what's going on, folks of the YouTube community? As you guys probably noticed, I am not on my S1000 right now because unfortunately I wrecked and totaled it. Yeah, sad day. So I'm gonna kind of explain to you guys what happened and go over that whole process. So right now I am riding my my buddy's Motion Auto TV's ZX10. It's a 2007, I believe. It's geared down 1 up 2 with Two Brothers exhaust. It's a real smooth bike. Engine's real smooth on these, and he was gracious enough to let me take it out for a quick ride and make this video about what happened with my BMW. So for those of you wondering, let's just get this right out of the way. The wreck, the crash, total, whatever you want to call it, was in fact my fault. I'll be the first to admit I fucked up. It was my bad. I should have never got myself in the situation that I did, and so I'll take full responsibility of that. Through my videos, you guys probably saw I was wheeling my BMW pretty much everywhere. You know, I was getting the hang of it. I was pretty much comfortable with sit downs completely, so I progressed to doing stand-ups. Most of the guys in the community, the BMW community I talked to, said, you know, stand-ups on the S1000 were a piece of cake. Now, I had done wheelies on some of my past bikes that I explained in my other videos. If you haven't seen those, go check it out. I explained, you know, I had an 01 R6, 04 CBR 600, things like that. But so I started doing stand-ups and I was progressing slowly on those, and I ended up actually laying it down while I was doing a stand-up one night. I didn't loop the bike. I thought I did at first just because of how quickly everything happened. But after talking to some buddies of mine that were actually there, witnessed the whole thing, I actually did not loop the bike, you know, past 12 o'clock. So that was good in that part. So what had happened is I had been riding that night. It had been raining earlier. The BMW comes with the Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa, so the wet performance on it is pretty terrible unless you can get some heat in the tire. And you know, just kind of riding around town and where it continues to stay wet, I didn't get so much heat in it. So it stopped raining, so I decided to ride some more, and I was going down, you know, one of my favorite roads, and you know, the streets were pretty much dry at this point, and I decided that I was going to go ahead and do a stand-up. So I decided to do my stand-up. Yeah, I get in position, I drop the left peg, and I position my left foot on it. I'm in second gear, about 40 miles an hour, and I go ahead and I clutch it up, you know, just like normal, just like normal, my second gear clutch ups. And bike comes up pretty quick, and I hit right rear brake, catch it a little bit, and then it was pretty much up at balance point, riding it. Shortly after I hit balance point, I caught a really bad gust of wind, which from talking to my buddies caused the bike to go like this, because the ass end to shift out. Now, in my experience, most guys are probably going to say, oh, that's happened all the time. You know, I've seen guys ride it, get shaky, and they continue to ride them out. But I wasn't very experienced. Had I, you know, slammed the rear brake, I probably could have caught it. But the road I was riding on actually... it's by a golf course, and they water the road at night. Instead of watering the golf course, they water the road. So I was going through some water when my back tire kind of kicked out on me due to the wind. I'm not sure if I, you know, due to the tire being a little wet and then getting a little bit on the sidewall, if I hit a cold spot on the tire. But basically the bike went from here to here, and then I basically just kind of set it down like this. The bike slid on the left side the entire way. The frame slider and the bar end took majority of the damage. You know, the frame slider actually did a very, very good job. The case is just a little scraped. As you guys can see right here, there's a little scraped up, leaking a little bit of oil. But the frame slider did an excellent job as well with the bar end. The mirror did hit, causing the head cowl, the front fairing, whatever you want to call it, cracked, as you guys can see, right in half. So tailpiece cracked from sliding, the crankcase, engine cover, the front fairing, you know, all the whole left side of the bike was essentially needed replaced. Bike still ran, you know, I let it chill and started right up. All of like the left side pegs, passenger, and you know, shifter arm and everything like that were bent, so trying to pop it into the different gears, I think when it would go into up into second, third, and fourth, and then I couldn't get it to go into fifth and sixth or down into first with how the shifter was bent and everything. So thankfully, put the bike down. I was wearing full gear. You know, you guys probably see my videos. You know, I was actually talking about the Gear Nazi video last time, and I was wearing, you know, my Dainese dyno boots, my carbon gloves, my helmet, and my Icon leather jacket. I was so damn thankful that I was wearing gear. I walked away with two tiny, probably this big, little road rashes on my knees from where my jeans had ripped. My jeans got pretty much obliterated, you know, the ass end out on them, tore out, but that's about it. You know, I slid on my back. I rolled and then slid on my back most of the way, so my ass of my jeans and the back of my jacket and on my elbow of my jacket took most of the beating. Literally, my leather wallet, and my leather wallet, as you can see right here, basically saved my ass. I'm not even kidding you. I would have had freaking probably road rash on my ass had I not had my wallet. I'm so thankful I was actually wearing all my gear. You know, my gear's a little beat up. I got scrapes on my boots, scrapes on my gloves. I mean, look, right here on the palm of my hand, you can see the stitches are ripped out and everything on it. But I'm so thankful I was wearing anything. I walked away almost unscathed, and that I'm entirely thankful for. You know, the bike could be fixed, or, you know, that's what insurance is for, but a hospital visit would have been much worse in my opinion. So I'm really thankful for that. So I'm probably going to be a advocate for gear. Not that I already wasn't, but, you know, from here on out, even the guys I was riding with were boasting how lucky I was that everything turned out the way it was, and I was fine. You know, I was a little beat up, a little sore for a few days, but nothing beyond that. Even though the damage might have not appeared too extreme, I mean, it is a BMW, so like just the case cover alone was like $350 from BMW, and then labor's like $100 an hour. So the insurance did go ahead and they did total it out. I thought about buying the bike back, but they wanted like $8,000, you know, and I didn't feel like dropping that kind of cash to buy the bike back. You know, it's getting ready to be winter here in Colorado, and so I figured I'd rather have, you know, money in my pocket and stuff this winter versus, you know, trying to repair a bike. Everyone tells me, you know, you shouldn't have been wheeling on your BMW, and I'm like, fuck it, you know, whatever. You know, it's a bike, you know, it's a $20,000 bike, but it's like, you know, if you're not gonna have fun with it, then why are you riding it? You know, I drove it in the canyons, loved it. You know, I love being on one wheel. So my plan now is, I've been looking, I'm not sure if I want to pick up a like stock F4i or a like already set up stunt bike. You know, the idea with picking up an already used stunt bike is I'm not going to put money into it, but it's also been, you know, beat to shit, I'm sure, just like every other stunt bike out there. So I'm probably going to get an F4i, that way I can have, that way I can have a bike that I can you know, do wheelies and stoppies on, learn some parking lot stunning, a little bit like that, and then I'd love to get another BMW down the road, or maybe even this is my chance to explore something different. You know, I've only had a handful of bikes, and I'd love to see what's out there. You know, there's a lot of new stuff coming out for 2017. The, you know, CBR 1000 looks pretty sweet. You know, the new Gixxer 1000. You know, there's a lot of new bikes coming out, so maybe I even could try something like that. Or even the gray paint schemes on the new S1000s I like a lot. So who knows? Maybe I'll go that route with it. So as of right now, unfortunately, there won't be any more S1000 videos because I don't have them, you know? I don't have one anymore. But if I do decide to go the stock stunt bike route and I end up building one, then I will keep you guys along the ride for the stunt build and through my stunt, you know, process of everything like that. So I'll let you guys know either way what I decide to do, if I'm going to pick up one already stunted out or if I'm going to get something stock and build it. So